This video details an intense plat map research to find the approximate GPS corners of the north half of Lot 45 in Bledsoe, Texas. Okay, I'm making this as reference. This is Cochran County because it gets a little confusing here. And we're going to first start by opening up what we have. Here's the deed into Jazzland, all of north half of Lot 45. All right, and we're going to be using these two plat maps, which reference multiple different things. So the first is the plat, which actually shows Lot 45. It's right here. We're looking at the north half. Okay, so we need to find a reference point, and the reference point is going to be Polk and 4th. Now, looking on this map, you will not see Polk Street in Bledsoe, Texas, and there's a reason for that. It's because it starts at Monroe Street right here. So we are going to actually need to use a second plat map, which right here reference Monroe and ties it to Polk. All right, we're going to be looking at the corner of Polk and 4th, which is lot 21, and the corner of Polk and 4th, which is lot 21. So how are we going to find where lot 21 is? Well, the first thing we need to do is locate Monroe Street, Monroe and 4th, which we know is right here, and here's 4th Street. All right, so here's Monroe and 4th. These numbers are very hard to read, but I've confirmed it says 140, 10, and 140 with a 66-foot wide roadway on Monroe Street. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start at the midpoint of Monroe and work from there. And again, if you want to know the exact corners of your lots, no matter where you are, you need a surveyor. This is GIS, Google Earth work. It's going to get you relatively close, but obviously we can see how there's going to be room for errors, such as right here. I'm going to be trying to start at the midpoint of Monroe Street and carry it over the 33 feet road right away and start from there, which you can see kind of lines up with his fence right here, right? He's purposely got this fenced off out of the roadway, which is smart of him because that's a right of way. So, okay, so we're going to start 33 feet here. Back to our plat map, we have to go 140, 10, and 140. So I'm going to get my calculator over here. So we have 33 feet plus 140 plus 10 plus another 140. That's 323 feet from the midpoint of Monroe Street. All right, so this is going to be approximately where Polk Street should have been, and the right-of-way, which you can see it's not on the map, not yet. You can see this little 10-foot thing, it looks like, but I don't see anything over here for Polk Street, and actually fenced up all the way to the midpoint of the right-of-way, which is technically not correct, right? If we went another 33 feet, we'd be at 355 feet. And it's not exact, but they fenced up to inside the right of way somewhere. So we can see how this is not going to be an exact math, but it's what we have to work with. So this is where Polk Street starts at the corner of lot 21, 323 feet in. All right, right here is where we're at right now. So up to this plat map, we're sitting right here, and we need to go a 66-foot wide roadway right here, plus each one of these are 330 feet wide, so it's going to be 66, 330, 330, 66, 330, 330, 66 until we hit this point, and then we're going to need to go north 300 feet until we hit the southeast corner of north half of lot 45. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We sit right here. We're going to go another 66 across Polk plus another 330, 330 plus 66 plus 330, 330 plus a final 66. We get 1,841 feet. All right, so we're going to have to go, and by the way, this right away right here as well needs to be taken into account. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is drop a pin right there at the point. I'm going to go ahead and measure from the midpoint of 4th Street, which you see their fence line lines up just about good with that 33 feet line, right? So that's where the south line of these lots actually are. So that's right where the south line of these lots are. So where I dropped that second pin is this little corner right here of lot 21. All right, so we're going to work from there. We're going to go reset this. We're going to go 1841 minus the 323 we got there. We need to go another 1,517 feet from this corner. Which, as you can see, puts us out in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to try and keep it at 270 degrees, which means we're going straight due west. Right there. All right. So, sorry, my screen's lagging just a little bit because I got all this stuff going on. It's going to drop this pin, if it'll let me. Oh, come on. Right at the end of this line. Boom. All right, so that puts us right here. Now we just need to go north another 300 feet and we'll be at the southeast corner of the north half of lot 45. All right, so we're just going to go due north, which is 360 degree or 0 degree heading. 300 feet. Boom. There is the southeast of corner of the north half of lot 45. It's not letting me type right now, so we're just going to leave it. All right, so now we're able to locate this, and you say, okay, how are you going to access it? Well, you can see all these roadways platted in. None of this stuff was ever created. Let's see how far up it is. So as you can see, this highway was actually created. This appears to be this highway right here. So you are essentially 300, it's this highway right here. You are 300 feet from 3rd Street, which makes sense. There's 4th Street. The next block up would be 3rd Street. It's not called 3rd Street. It's called 2182. It turned into a major U.S. highway. But how would you access this lot, which lies somewhere right here? You would have to get some things surveyed off and follow the old platted roadway of this right here. You would come in from the highway and access your land. So I take that back. That's not actually, yeah, well, this shows actually that lot 45 fronts the highway. Is that correct? Yeah. So this is where we came out on 4th Street to hit this corner. Back to the laggy plat map. We're on 4th Street. We hit this corner right here. And we went up 300 feet till we hit the southeast corner. Then we went up another 300 feet till we hit 3rd Street. So this lot actually is, I probably should have marked this off and been better about it. And it's a good thing we haven't sold it yet, because turns out here's the corner of 4th Street. You go up another 600 feet. It's not exact, as you can tell, because of slippage. Google Earth's not gonna be exact, but it's always within probably 20 to 50 feet. Here's the start of the lot, 300 feet. So the lot, you know, fronts the road. Actually, the corner is going to be something like that. Then you're going to go over, what is it, 660 feet. Move this out of the way. There's going to be the next corner. And then the final corner is going to be down here. So here's your 4.5 acre lot, whatever it works out to be. It actually fronts 3rd Street, which is very prime location here. The power's there. Oh, this is a sweet lot. So again, I referenced Polk and 4th, went out the appropriate distances, came up to here, which is right here. This one, it's the southeast corner. Here's 4th Street, which is technically carried out here in the old plat maps. Go up 600 feet and you hit 3rd Street, which, you know, makes sense. And accordingly, this lot has road frontage. I'm going to go ahead and pull the GPS coordinates for this sucker. And heck, this has such good frontage. We may consider doing something with this land or holding it because of the frontage. If not, certainly charge a premium price. So this is kind of just an inside look of like the day-to-day of a land business when you get really in-depth and refined. It takes obviously a lot of skill and experience, which I've built up over the last 5-6 years to be able to do this. This is not technically for a beginner. This is not just a one-off random flip or a county where the GIS map is readily available. This takes some actual Google Earth and, you know, some in-depth investigating. And that's kind of why I like this stuff. It's almost like you're an investigator. You're trying to find this land. How can I sell it? What can I do with it? And so, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. And this will be a good little learning video. And now I can remember for myself how I found this piece of land, because it's kind of tricky.